Welcome back to Where Potters Walk. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, of course, to you. Let's hope it's going to be a happier New Year than this last month has been for Stoke City. Anyway, how you all doing? Welcome back to another 20 minutes of depression talking about Stoke City football. Hope you're okay. Those of you who travel to Watford anyway. Finn says, only Stoke could have 3 strikers and not one of them be consistent. Coming up this week, we're talking about just what's going on with us at the moment. We're also giving a gift to a Championship player. Who are these panel going to choose? We're talking about who's the best away fans that have been at the Bet365 in the spirit of goodwill, of course. Who's our player of 2025? And the A to Z continues with the letter K this week. Lots to chew over, lots to talk about. Thank you very much for watching and your company. 3 very, very passionate Stoke City fans and journalists with us as well. Carl, for the fans that went to Watford, what did they learn from watching that?
That we have been overachieving for the past few months, I think. It's a reality check for us, I think. I've seen plenty of fans having an absolute wobble, a meltdown. I've seen some slating Robins. You're entitled to your opinion, that's fine. But my view on it is we have been poor for so many seasons. Has it been acceptable for them seasons? No. Is it acceptable now? No. We're a work in progress. People that are having a little pop at Robins, give your head a wobble, please, because if there's a business that's been underachieving and underperforming for so long, it isn't going to get fixed that quick. And that's the same with a football club, especially considering that we're absolutely getting battered on financial fair play. We come out the blocks sprinting this season. It's been refreshing. I still think the football's been so much better than what we've had for the past, God knows how many years now, 6, 7 years. It's better. It's improving. It will continue to improve. Please don't let oust another manager, for goodness sake. And it's not acceptable still, but let's just be patient. The football on Saturday, we were good for 20 minutes. We were good in spells other than that. And we were also poor. We're a work in progress, and that's what we're going to have to get used to, I'm afraid.
Ryan, is there any justification for having a go at Robins for the last couple of weeks at all? Is he getting it wrong in any aspect of his job?
Not at all. It's not the manager's fault. It's down to unknown, to be honest. After we come out the firing blocks, we just seem to have dropped off. Every team has it. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was bound to happen. And I think a lot of us had expected it. But now, because we had that good start, a lot of people are throwing Robins under, saying, subs, which we know the subs are an issue. Don't get me wrong. But his tactics are good. We're a better team. It shouldn't really be throwing another manager under the bus, to be honest. Let him do it. Let him do his business. Let him do what he needs to do, and he will. He has made us better.
Our role on here is to represent all the views of social media, the good and the bad. George, this was from Potter Davis, says, unless Lawyer is injured, taking him off Robins was inexcusable. We lost any power we had in midfield at Watford when him and Nzonzi went off, and that was one of the more polite ones I could put on here, talking about Robin's substitutions as well, saying he just can't read games in terms of knowing what's needed to bring on at 67, 70 minutes. Is there an element of truth in that?
I don't want to be negative of Robins because we've been exceptional this season, but the only negative is subs. And yeah, Lawal has just come back from an injury, and I know he hasn't had much game time since he's come back, and he's obviously carrying an injury. But I thought he was growing into the game in the second half a while. He started to grow into the game, started to get up there and do well. But yeah, he was carrying an injury, but you can't be negative with Robins because we've been brilliant this season. The only negative is his substitutions, but yeah, we go again. We go down versus Preston.
How much different is this team from last season? We've got
massively.
Sorba Thomas in there, haven't we? I mean, in terms of squad personnel, we've got Sorba Thomas in there. We've had Mubama. Who else is coming?
I saw on Twitter earlier. Actually, we are carrying the same squad we
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's only a few different
Only
people.
Thomas, really, that and Lowell, really, that have come in to the team, and Mbama on occasions. So
I think we're relying on Thomas too much. I do. Final third. I think we're just relying on him too much.
So just for those that are complaining, everybody's got the faults. Robin's substitutions, he can be held accountable for that. He does come out week after week and say what's went wrong. It perhaps doesn't correct the week after. He can also be held accountable for that. But this team is basically the same team as last season. Look at the difference. That's where you can see progression. We're losing. We've lost quite a few games. I think we've won 2 in 8, is it now? Which is worrying form. But let's look at the football and let's look at the league table compared to last season.
Yeah.
Another one here then. Cheers for Carl. CFC Ben says, our form is relegation form at most. Please stop the centre halves having 300 touches of the ball and get it effing forward. Do you agree with that, Ryan?
Yeah, I do agree with that. I've seen a few people saying, you're passing it about in your own half. You're not going to do anything if you're just knocking it about your own half. When then we seem to put it up and then we knock it back. I'm always scared to put it into that final bit because we haven't got a clinical striker. Are we relying on someone else to nail the ball in the goal? I'm confused on that point, but I understand. Yeah, I understand that.
That was a problem yesterday. I thought had too many times when we had the ball and we kept passing it around, and when we got it into the box, we just let their keeper punch it away. Didn't really create anything from that. That was the problem.
It's the same thing we've said all season. Clinical threat.
Yeah.
Miles says, stop Manhuff and Sorba and you stop us. We've got to be more progressive. It's all well and good having loads of the ball every single week. We need to do more with it. We're still in a good place for now, but if we don't regularly find a goal scorer, we are going to start sliding down that table very, very quickly. Yeah. Do you agree, George? If teams figure out you stop Sorba Thomas, then Manhuff, then basically that's it.
Yeah, like I said, I think we're relying on Sorba Thomas too much this season. Strikers wise, we've been really poor at the moment with the final third with Bosniak. I can't see him scoring anytime soon. I thought when Gallagher came on yesterday, I thought he changed the game. Obviously got the goal, but obviously it was ruled offside. But yeah, definitely need a striker in the January transfer window to hopefully keep us in the playoff mix. But yeah, we need to get a striker soon.
There's been fans like Wayne here, Carl, that are comparing this season to others, of course. Purely my opinion, but this season reminds me of the first one under MON. We started brilliantly. Think we got up to 4th, then Tyrese Campbell did his ACL in, and we crumbled after that. This season we basically struggled to create scores since BTA injured Baker. We miss Baker's presence so much. Is that parallel fair?
Very much so. I mean, Thomas Asante constantly becomes a pain in the backside to our players, doesn't he? If he ain't breaking the backs, he's injuring one way or another. But yeah, the midfield's been very poor. I think somebody put a stat on earlier. It might have even been Liam. I think, you look at our midfield, take Manuf and Sorba Thomas out. Rigo's come in. Ever since he's changed his hair colour, he's been terrible. He needs to get the Slim Shady look back. Nzonzi, we sort of know what we're going to get with Nzonzi. He isn't going to be assist after assist, but he's going to do a job. And we've looked a lot weaker for Baker being out. And Mark Robbins said himself, he says he's one of the best players in the league in the position that he plays. And unfortunately, it's showing because he comes up with a goal, he gets an assist, he can read the game probably a bit better than the younger lad. So, yeah, I'd say that tweet is pretty much bang on from Wayne.
Okay. Busy period then, the Christmas period. Of course, we've got 2 games to come at the Bet365. Preston first, and then Sheffield United, the double header, Ryan. We only played them a couple of weeks ago, of course, as well, didn't we? Two tough games these, aren't they? These are sides that aren't going to play expansive football in front of you, especially with Heckingbottom's Preston.
I think we need to do a job in Preston first and foremost, because I said it yesterday, and unfortunately, we've got to be beating teams like Preston, like Watford, like Hull, to be up there. Obviously, Sheffield United, they've picked back up. They're playing good football. They've found their rhythm. It's going to be tough. Got to obviously get a good home crowd, back the lads, and hopefully do a job on them after the painful result we had against them a couple of weeks ago, and keep Campbell quiet as well if he's not injured.
George, Tom Cannon is getting a few headline inches at the moment. Sheffield United fans are ready to offload him. We asked them that direct question on their podcast earlier. Would you have him back at Stoke?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely have him back at Stoke. When he was at Stoke last season, he was firing the goals for us, and I thought we actually had a proper number 9 who could get into double digits, and he did. This was unfortunate. He got recalled in January, which affected our goals second half in the season. But yeah, I'll definitely take him back, and he's a striker who scores goals. He scored it for Stoke, and I think he loved it at Stoke as well. So I think he'll be good back at Stoke, and hopefully we can get him back.
Would he be the solution, Carl, if we said, look, you can have him on loan till the end of the season and see what happens? Or are you after somebody who's proven prolific in the Championship? Because whilst he did do it at Stoke, and George is absolutely right, he hasn't done it at Sheffield United at all.
Yeah, no, it's a weird one, isn't it? You always look at strikers and they just suit some clubs. I mean, one I can think off my top of the head. I'm not saying Tom Cannon's anywhere in the calibre, but it's like Fernando Torres. He was at Liverpool, he was scoring left, right and centre. He went to Chelsea and he had a stinker, didn't he? Some strikers just suit clubs. We've got Bosniak, we've got Mubama. Both work hard, not prolific goal scorers. Cannon used to get some slack for not running around much, but he was a goal scorer, and that's what we need right now. It's okay having players that graft. We at Stoke love a player like that, but we also, for the here and now, we need somebody that can stick the ball in the net, and we know Cannon could do that. He did that last season in a very, very poor side that was getting very little delivery. He's now got Manhoof and he's got Sorba Thomas delivering the ball. Obviously, from the central areas, we need to improve on that. But for me, I'd go for Cannon because I can't think of anybody else we need. We'd sort of suit us at the minute. We need somebody that's proven. We need somebody that's Championship experienced. It's no use getting one of these young Premier League kids in again if we want goals like right now, and that's what Cannon could offer us, in my opinion.
Right. Let's manifest that and make it happen then. Brilliant. We're coming to the end of 2025, of course, in a couple of weeks' time. So just maybe looking back on the year, who has been our player of the calendar year? If we look back at January and all the way through to where we are now, who's the one name that sticks out for you? George, have you got one that jumps
I think
out
there's
here?
only one. I think there's only one man. I think it's got to be Victor Janssen. Saved us from going down last season, and yeah, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the Championship by far. For me, it's got to be Victor Janssen.
Yeah, Ryan, you're nodding. Yeah,
Yeah,
nods all round.
100% agree. 100%. Yeah.
Okay, Carl. Yeah.
Yeah, from January through till now, it's got to be Victor Johansson. If we're going from August, I'd probably stick Sorba Thomas in there.
Okay, brilliant. Right then, we're also asking who the best away fans have been, because we're trying to be nice at Christmas time here. Give some plaudits to all the fans. But I'm thinking about that away end at the Bet365. Carl, who'd you give flowers to here?
Definitely not Swansea. I'm trying to think. I'm very terrible memory. You know, Coventry are always good, aren't they? Coventry are always loud and they always bring a few. Birmingham, I know I was disappointed with them. Lesser lads can throw anybody else out there, and I'll probably say, yeah, you're right. Coventry.
Coventry, yeah.
Yeah, the Derby decent. Were they quite loud? Derby, Coventry.
From my recollection, it would be Coventry. Obviously,
yeah, probably Coventry.
Worst of all,
in the away end, so.
Worst of all, I sit right next to the away end. Just remember feeling with nothing else.
Right, we'll give it to Coventry then. Brilliant, right. A to Z of Stoke continues. We're up to letter K this week. Ryan, what have you got for this, please?
It's going to be a bit controversial. Well, it's not controversial, but actually Bojan is the thingy is K. It's Bojan.
Yeah, I was thinking now.
So I'm going to go with Bojan. I know it's obviously people might say, "Oh, that well, technically, that's B," but his first name is Bojan, and it's correct. So I'm 100%. What a player! What a magician! Loved him. Everyone's favourite. He was just amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, I was going to say Bojan Crickets, but throw someone in there different, I'll go for the legend there is Chris Kamara. He was a terrible manager for us. He was a good player for us. But he's got to go in there just for unbelievable, Jeff Ante. His punditry skills, and he had quite a while at our club. So just for throw a different name in there, and one for the older viewers, Chris Kamara.
Okay, Judge.
I agree with Ryan. Got to be Bojan for me. Brilliant little play, and yeah, brilliant play in the Premier League days for us.
Super. Right, Bojan it is that gets in for K. Excellent. Finally, this week we're giving all our three panelists here a gift. They can give it to a Stoke player, a manager. They can give it to a fan base, a referee, anything they want. Give the gift of Christmas to someone. Right, Carl, kick this off for us.
I'm going to give the gift of a right foot to Millie Manouf, because that is the difference from being Championship to Premier League. It's the only one part. I mean, his decision making shocking, but he's only got 1 foot. So my gift of Christmas would be the right foot to Millie Manouf.
George?
I'll probably give it to Bosnick because I want him to score a goal soon. So I'll probably give mine to Bosnick if we get a goal.
Ryan?
Mine would be a protein powder to jun-ho so we can get in the gym and get a bit of muscle on him, because he's obviously a bit of a lightweight, and a bit of protein powder, might give him a bit of bulkiness, and he can hold that midfield a bit better.
Extra special gift, I think, could be for a pair of glasses or some proper decisions off EFL officials.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's on the wish list.
I reckon that's on most people's...
yeah.
It's one thing, unfortunately, I don't think Sandra will ever be able to deliver that.
The Stoke fan base did receive a gift from another fan base when we asked them this question. We asked our whole City fans what they want to give, and they said they would like to give you guys a pack of tissues to wipe up all.
Oh, yes.
I am sick of seeing that.
They're still going on about it. Yeah.
They're still just dragging it out, and I just why?
I'm still having comments on my YouTube video of a whole fan saying "Stop the tears." Honest to God.
They haven't got a rivalry, have they? So they have to do someone.
Let them have the limelight through there.
Okay. Brill, right. Let us know who you'd give a gift to. Does Mark Robbins need a Viviash next to him like he used to have at Coventry to help him make some decisions? Who knows? Some people are suggesting that maybe it's the backroom staff that are the problem at Stoke and not the manager. We'll see. Right, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support over those last 4 months as well as we start this channel. Have a great Christmas, and you three go and have a good rest, of course. As well, we'll see you in the new year. Catch up, put your notifications on there, please, because there's some new little videos coming out that the team have recorded around transfer windows and other little bits and pieces. We'll look forward to seeing you on those, and we'll see you in the new year. Have a great Christmas, everyone. Thanks for watching.